Hey, welcome to today's video and thanks for joining me. Today we're going to be answering this question: do you have enough money to retire? Now, this happens to be the number one question that many of you have. You're worried about your retirement. You're wondering how much money do you need in order to have a great retirement and not have any anxieties about running out of money. Well, today I'm just going to give you the amount that you need so that you can be assured that you're on the right track. You can look at your own situation and say, well, we've blown right past that. We're going to be just fine. Or and if you're short, you'll know exactly the amount you need to get to at least to have enough money to retire. So without further ado, let's get into why you're here today. The average Canadian couple spent about $70,000 of after-tax dollars in their retirement. Goes up with inflation as well, so they're spending a little bit more every single year. So your money's got to continue to go up with inflation as well. So now we're going to say, well, if you need $70,000 annually after tax to live on, then how do you get to $70,000? So I'm going to share with you two examples, okay? Well, we're going to look at a couple that has a CPP old age security and a pension plan, and a couple that doesn't have a pension plan and they have cash. So you'll know how much cash you need. So two different scenarios, because that's who most of you are. You either have a pension or you've got some cash. So let's dig into the numbers. The average CPP benefit is $831 per month. Old age security is $713, and the average pension in Canada is about $3,800 a month. So if you look at that, CPP and old age security, this is the average for a couple, is $37,000 at 65, where this is 65 numbers. So this couple is blowing right past that $70,000 mark because the pension is definitely giving them enough money. And the great thing about CPP and old age security, and for many pension plans, is they're indexed for inflation. So you don't have to worry about your purchasing power. It's being maintained because it's going up with inflation. So if you are a couple today that has average CPP payment coming at 65, old age security, and a pension plan, you're in luck. You're not going to have this issue. You're actually going to have enough money well past the $70,000 mark. Now, what if you don't? Okay, let's look at that together. The income gap there, the difference really, is $33,000. So the CPP is 37 roughly, and you need another $33,000 to get to that $70,000 mark. So how do you get that $33,000? Just how much money do you need in order to be able to have that amount each year? Well, let's look at that. There's a couple ways to do this. If you had savings in an RSP, you need about $850,000. And at age 65, now I'm saying 65, I know you're putting all these comments in saying, take it at 60, why aren't you pushing to 70? We've got to choose a number so we can get through a video. So that's why I'm going on a certain number. I'm not talking about full-on withdrawal strategies in this. I'm just trying to give you a number so you know exactly what number you need to get to in terms of savings, okay? To be fair, in the comments. So you need about $850,000, it's at 5%. And that'll get you well out to age 90. And you can see here that you're going to leave $500,000 behind with a RIF minimum withdrawal. So with that in mind, and knowing that in advance, you need to have a withdrawal strategy because you do not want to leave $500,000 behind for Canada Revenue. So you're going to need to do an RSP meltdown or a RIF meltdown in order to make sure you don't leave that behind. Now, what about, instead of just calling it RSP, let's just call it cash. If you had cash invested, then you need about $600,000, same thing, 5%. And if you did $33,000 adjusted for inflation each year with your withdrawals, that would last you about 27 years in retirement. And then you'd run out of money. So 92 years of age, if we're talking starting at age 65. So the answer to your question is on how much money do you need to have a $70,000 income in retirement is average CPP and old age security. This is one of the keys here. And then either $600,000 or $600,000 to $850,000 of savings will get you to that $70,000 mark. And you can be assured that that money is going to last you throughout your retirement. How's that? Pretty easy, simple, straightforward. Now, of course, getting a financial plan is going to be very useful for you to know where you're at and how much more money do you need to save. It's really important that you solve that, but at least you've got that number in your hand today. Well, again, thanks for watching today's video. As a reminder, we take care of your wealth management so you can take care of what's most important to you. It was really great to see you on this video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks and be well.